Yo, welcome back everyone. I'm Inko. No guest today, no co-host, just me. And a story. A story I've been wanting to tell for a long time because it changed the way I think about mornings, about time, about what's possible when you have nothing but 1 hour. So get comfortable, let's go. Before I tell you the story, I need you to picture something. Picture a small apartment. Not small like cozy, small like one room, one window, one bed that's also the sofa, a kitchen the size of a closet. That's where Marcus lived. Marcus was 34 years old. He worked at a warehouse, loading boxes, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. His hands were rough, his back hurt every night. He came home tired. He ate something simple, he watched TV until he fell asleep. And then he woke up and did it all again. Day after day, month after month, year after year. Same routine, same pain, same tired feeling. Marcus wasn't unhappy, but he wasn't happy either. He was stuck, like a car with no gas. The engine works, but it's going nowhere. One night, Marcus couldn't sleep. It was 2 a.m. He was lying in the dark, staring at the ceiling, and a thought came to him. A simple, quiet thought. Is this it? Is this my whole life? Not angry, not dramatic, just honest. He picked up his phone, started scrolling, and he landed on a video, a short video, a man talking about waking up at 5 a.m. Marcus laughed, out loud, alone in his apartment at 2 a.m. 5 a.m., he said to nobody, these people are crazy. He put the phone down, closed his eyes, but the idea stayed, like a small seed, just sitting there. 3 days later, Marcus set his alarm for 5 a.m. He didn't have a plan, no journal, no workout routine, no green smoothie, nothing like that. He just set the alarm. 5 a.m. came, the alarm screamed. Marcus hit snooze. 5:09, alarm again. He hit snooze. 5:18, alarm again. This time, something different happened. He opened his eyes, and instead of sleeping again, he sat up. He sat there in the dark, confused, tired, no idea why he was awake. But he was awake. He went to the kitchen, made coffee, sat by the one window in his apartment, and watched the city slowly wake up. Nobody was asking him anything, no boss, no phone calls, no noise. Just Marcus and the city, and the dark sky slowly turning blue. He sat there for 1 hour, just thinking, just breathing, just being. And when 6 a.m. came and he had to start getting ready for work, he noticed something strange. He felt different. Not energetic, not transformed, just lighter, like something heavy had been lifted for a moment. He couldn't explain it, but he liked it. So he did it again, the next day, and the day after that. The first week was hard. Every morning his body said, stop. Every morning the bed felt like the most comfortable place in the universe. But he kept going. And slowly, something began to change. In the second week, Marcus started using that 1 hour differently. Instead of just sitting, he opened a notebook, an old one he found in a drawer, and he started writing. Not essays, not deep philosophy, just thoughts. I'm tired, my back hurts, I want a different life. I don't know what that looks like, but I want it. Simple sentences, real feelings, honest words. And writing those words every morning, something magical happened. He started to see himself more clearly. By the third week, Marcus had one big question. One big question he kept writing in his notebook every morning. What do I know how to do? He made a list. It took 3 mornings to write it. He was good with his hands. He could fix things. At the warehouse, he always helped when machines broke. He understood how things worked mechanically. He was patient. He never rushed. He looked at that list for a long time. Then he wrote one more thing. I could fix things for people, small repairs in their homes. That was it. A tiny idea written in an old notebook at 5 a.m. in a one-room apartment. The fourth week, Marcus used his 5 a.m. hour to learn. He watched videos on his phone, free videos, YouTube videos about basic home repairs, how to fix a leaky faucet, how to repair a broken tile, how to paint a wall properly. 1 hour every morning, just learning. He practiced on his own apartment. That cracked wall, he fixed it. That broken door handle, he fixed it. That leaky pipe under the kitchen sink, he fixed it himself. His apartment started looking better. He started feeling better. Month 2. Marcus printed 20 small flyers. Very simple. His name, his phone number, home repairs. Fast, affordable, reliable. He put them in his building, in the laundromat, in the small supermarket on the corner. He waited. Nothing happened for 2 weeks. He kept waking up at 5 a.m. He kept learning. He kept writing. Then a text message from a neighbor in his building. "Hi, are you the guy who does repairs? My bathroom faucet won't stop dripping." Marcus stared at that message for a long time. Then he typed back 2 words, "I can help." That first job paid him $40. $40 for 2 hours of work, the same money he made in 3 hours at the warehouse. He came home that night and sat at the window, the same window where it all started, and he wrote in his notebook, "Today I fixed something for someone and they paid me and they said thank you and they smiled at me when I left." Then he wrote one more line, "This is what I want." I'm going to jump forward now because the story gets better, but I don't want to rush the important part. 1 year later, Marcus had 43 regular clients. He still worked at the warehouse, but now only 3 days a week. The other days, his own business. He had a website, a simple one, but a website. He had reviews, good reviews, fast, honest, reliable. People trusted him. He moved out of the one-room apartment, not to a mansion, to a 2-bedroom apartment, with a real sofa, with 2 windows. He bought a used truck to carry his tools, and every morning he still woke up at 5 a.m. Now here's the part of the story I want you to really hear, because some of you might be thinking, "Okay, Inko, nice story, but I'm not Marcus. I don't want to fix faucets. What does this have to do with me?" Fair question. Great question. The story is not about waking up at 5 a.m. The story is not about home repairs. The story is about one thing. One quiet hour that nobody can take from you. Marcus didn't become successful because he fixed faucets. He became successful because he found 1 hour every day that was completely his. No boss, no demands, no noise. Just him and his thoughts and his growth. In that 1 hour, he learned who he was. He learned what he wanted. He learned what he was capable of. That's the secret. And now I want to talk to you, the person listening right now. Maybe you're learning English. Maybe you wake up every day and the day is already full before it starts. Work, family, stress, noise, responsibility. No time for yourself. No space to think. No moment that is truly yours. What if 5 a.m. was yours? Not to be productive immediately, not to build a business on day 1, just to sit, to think, to be quiet. Even 15 minutes, even 10, before the world wakes up, before the phone starts, before the noise begins. Just you. Let me teach you some important words from this story, because this is still an English lesson. Stuck. Marcus was stuck. It means you can't move forward. You're trapped in the same situation. I feel stuck in my job. I feel stuck in my routine. Can you use this word? Think about it. Routine. The things you do every day in the same order. Morning routine, evening routine. My routine starts at 6 a.m. I want to change my routine. Reliable. You can trust this person. They always do what they say. He is reliable. I want to be reliable. Capable. You have the ability to do something. I am capable of more. You are capable of learning English. Say that last one out loud right now. I am capable of learning English. Say it again. I am capable of learning English. Good, because you are. One last thing before I go. Marcus told me something when I asked him what the real moment was, the moment that changed everything. He didn't say the alarm. He didn't say the first client. He didn't say the $40. He said the moment that changed everything was the morning he sat by his window with his coffee in the dark and chose not to go back to sleep. That choice, that tiny, quiet, ordinary choice, to stay awake, to show up for himself. Just one choice, one morning, and then another, and then another. That's the secret of 5 a.m. It's not about the hour, it's about the choice. Every morning you choose to show up for yourself. You choose to grow. You choose to learn. You choose to believe that your life can be different. Maybe you're learning English right now because you made that choice, the choice that something better is possible. I see you. That choice matters. Keep making it. All right, everyone, that's the story. I hope it made you think. I hope it gave you something. If it did, drop a comment below. Tell me one word, just one word that describes how you feel right now after this story. One word in English. In the comments, let's see what words you all choose. Subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Maybe someone who feels stuck. Maybe someone who needs to know that one small habit can change a life. It can. I've seen it happen. See you next time. Wake up early. Show up for yourself. Peace.